Okay, 14068, doing an inspection up here. The shingles, there are problems with the valley. They've ran metal down through there and then laid the shingles, and the metal's starting to warp up. So lifting up and down because of expansion contraction. But either they have used too much cement, or it's the metal, the heat from the metal, one of the two, is blistering the shingles. All up and down here. You can see right in here, see this? That's the shingles, they're blistering off, which that can happen from them using too much roofing cement because of the mineral spirits in it, breaks it down from underneath, or it can also be caused from the metal. The metal will gets too hot, and it's a heat transfer. There are some issues that I'm looking throughout the field. I don't know if you can see this close. This is a high nail. When it starts rusting through the shingle, it's kind of hot. I don't want to pull this guy apart like that. But that's rust coming from underneath. That's any place you see one of those like that, which there's numerous places. There's actually, the nail is trying to protrude from underneath the shingle through it right there. So honestly, let me see if I can get to where you can actually see one. Yeah, I don't want to. If you look underneath, right there, there's a nail right there. Right there. Same problem. And in the valley area, I see some of those too, where the nails are trying to push up and down. So it's actually broke right here. So you would, at least the valleys, you need to take them apart and rework them, which basically you got to pull over to the hip here, remove the hip, come back over this way, one shingle out this way, and rework the valley, put the shingles back in. You have to put new shingles match close to existing as possible, which they are going to show, because the new shingles would be a nice rich color, and they're not going to blend exactly, but we can get a color that's really close. Both of the valleys kind of have the same issue. Like right in here, you can see the blistering of the shingles. It is humped up and down, and that's the metal. That's metal underneath there. That's just the expansion contraction that causes that. That's the reason why us as a company, we have got away from using metal, and we just use a modified down the center. I'm gonna go ahead and walk the rest of it here and look for you. Numerous places got rust streaks from the nails. They've used an EG nail, which is electro galvanized, and matter of fact, here's one laying right here. This is what the nails look like after a while if they get exposed to the elements. The vents seem to be okay there. This guy here is a dryer vent. Needs to be cleaned out. That's just a dryer vent there. These guys here need to be fastened down. These are not properly fastened. These vents have to be fastened with screws on the downside of that every 12 inches. And what you use is a screw that has a rubber washer. It's called a Zac screw. Yeah, this roof is going to have to be changed probably within 5 years. Your cap here, do you see the cap all the way up and down? The shingles, it's a blistering effect. They've overheated. Either it was when they installed them, it was a low-grade shingle, or the fact there's just not enough ventilation, meaning that the two vents here are not letting the heat out of the attic, which it's got 3 6-footers. That really should have been pretty close, unless you don't have enough intake, which underneath your soffit, underneath your overhang, that's where the cool air comes in, flows up underneath the deck and out from here. Same thing with this one. Need to those need to be fastened down. You got to have every 12 inches. You have to have you got to put a screw. So basically, where every one of them tabs are, that's got to be screwed down with neoprene zacks. Yeah, the shingles, the boots, when you change it, do not use these kind of flashings again. Use a lead stack. This is neoprene. This here is neoprene, which neoprene, see how loose it is around there? They don't stay in the sun. Within 12 years, 15 years, they're gone. This side here, you got blistering over here too. There's shingles are blistering off in places. I would love to tell you that you know, you got 10 years or so, but I don't see that, to be straight honest with you.